some lockdown, some S&D lockdown. That's a map that I know. I don't know the callouts for it, but I know all the maps. I just don't know any callouts for them all. Make sure I did that right. Sweet.
Escape.
So we're starting off on the defensive side here with FaZe.
I'm on Moonstruck right now.
You're on Moonstruck.
And he just got taken, so we're jumping back to Fears.
So right now you got watching behind Fears, who's watching over there towards the top side, over there towards that B-bomb site. You got Felonies joining up there. Just saw Pluto's drop down to watch the A-bomb site. And right now again falling back over here to Fears. Fears spots one, trying to connect there. So again, he's got that ACR, typical gun that we see across the board for the most part. Right now it's going to be down to a 2-on-4. Game left up to Fears and Pluto. As it's going to be, again, for JuKeD, they've got Spacely, Saint, Carbon, and Relax. As we kick things off, and already Spacely's got 2, and Pluto gets taken down there by Saint. As now it's going to be down to a 1-on-4 here with Fears. As he's wrapping back around. Bomb is yet to be planted here so far. And he looks like he's going to go back through that offensive spawn to make something happen here. But now the bomb planted, and Saint, who was set up, he had set up shop there inside of that mid-hall and finished him off. Now score going to be 1-0 overall, now in favor here with JuKeD.
And, you know, Search and Destroy on these maps so far have typically lended to be very campy. I've watched 4 matches of S&D so far in this tournament, and both teams don't seem eager at all to move out into any sort of positioning. Nobody wants to get that initial map control, and when they do end up rushing, they run directly into a line of sight that's already been taken out. So I'm curious to see how Search is going to be played on a larger level. Yes, this game is brand new. We're still seeing a lot of development in strategies and team movement. What's next as far as progression? You know, how do teams take Search and Destroy from a Black Ops playstyle to a Modern Warfare 3 playstyle? You know, what's needed to be learned? What do you have to do? And how do you transition?
Well, one of the harder things is not necessarily just the game going from one to the next. It's just understanding the map as of a whole. I mean, you got to look at the bomb sites. As you can notice, for both the A-bomb site and the B-bomb site, they are entirely open. So be completely aware of a nade fest that's just raining in. As right now, I'm on board with Pluto. He's under a lot of gunfire, getting picked off from both sides. He was out in the open, and I completely disagree with what he's trying to do there. And so, again, he gets picked off. Now it's going to be down to a 3-on-3. Relax doing a great job. Check that. It's going to be down to a 1-on-2. Yeah, as I missed a few of them on the kill feed. And so it's going to be left up to Fears again here. Now down against Spacely and Relax. He's wrapping towards the he's over by the A-bomb site, and so he needs this.
Fears playing these S&D rounds very cautiously, checking his corners, and I think his other teammates have been a little too aggressive. And you know, like you said before, you didn't agree with Pluto running into the middle, and that kind of landed him into a bad spot. And look it up here, Spacely just. He's on the defensive. He knows that a position and a movement has to be from the opposite team. So he just lays in wait. Top side, he probably got a call out there and just turned around and with the Truth 95 takes the kill.
Well, not only that, you know, he had the bomb down that was over there towards the A-bomb site. And Fears did a great job of trying to figure out and wrap around and kind of clear at the space before he went back for the bomb, because the bomb was down out in the open. And you really can't commit to something like that. You have to go ahead, get the kill, and then make something happen from there. Well, let's go ahead and take a look now as we're back over here on the defensive side. 2-0 in favor of JuKeD so far here over FaZe. As right now, early in the round, Pluto getting picked off. Looking at the scoreboard right now, you've got Spacely, who's sitting at 5-1 now. And the only person on the board so far is the person that's been the LMS, the last man standing, and that was Fears. And finally, Moonstruck hops up on the board, picking up 2 there. As now it's going to be down to a 1-on-2 here with Relax. And both of them are kind of grouped up here inside that hallway. As we'll see.
Fourth place top art. Relax is going to wrap his way behind there. Felony's bottom side art. and he's not going to be too quick to jump on this kill. Trying to figure out where he exited or where he's going, if he's still top art, if not. He is on the defensive. He's got to place himself close enough to make that initial point after the board's been thrown, but he's gets a beautiful jump shot right in the corner. I'm surprised Relax didn't come up with this kill. What was Relax doing?
Now, I just cannot believe that, it's just one of those spots. And one of the things you have to consider, too, in this matchup is we're playing with 2.5 minutes. 2.5 minutes. So much time, especially in Search and Destroy, to really kind of utilize. And so if you're on the offensive side, you referenced it as being campy. It's just utilizing every bit of the round timer. I mean, it's there. Take advantage of it. And what that does is it puts the defense uneasy and puts them to a situation where they can't really, well, okay, I've been here so long that I can't just watch this spot. But right now, off the kick of the round, we've got Relax, who's opening things up here for JuKeD. And again, the score right now 2-1. The first round getting picked up there by FaZe. But pushing up the staircase is going to be Fierce. Nice headshot connecting as Relaxed was proned up on the top of that staircase. And now again, it's going to be left up to Felonies, Pluto, and Fierce in this 3v3 against Spacely, Saint, and Carbon. Bomb's going to get picked up by Fierce as he looks like he's heading over here towards that A bomb site, taking his time. One of the things that I've also noticed with Modern Warfare 3 is there's a lot of vehicles on the maps. And so they got to take...
mines, you mean?
Oh, yeah, exactly. So it's right now Spacely picking up 2 with the Type 95. And he's going to... Looks like Saint's going to chime in as well with that ACR in the latter part of the round there, taking it down Pluto. 3-1 now is the score. And it looks like right now JuKeD has a lot of control over this match. And they've really... You can see watching FaZe... They're checking. They're spending so much time just going back and forth, looking for spots, looking for where they're at. They're very overly cautious of their situation, so they're not really going into the hallways, the sites, the open areas with all confidence.
And Pluto still yet to put a point on the board, dropping that 0-4, and he's got to start doing something to be able to win a round. You know, you can't have that last player just soaking up the deaths and not being able to produce anything for his team. So now Fear is connecting all the way through backside below bridge and able to grab 1 kill. Felonies with 1 onto Saints. And now Fears was looking for that top kill into topside useless. And he grabbed the sponge marker, and Pluto cleaned up the rest of this round. And he finally put a point.
And right there you can see Pluto getting that last kill in the end of the round there. And now the score 3-2 overall here in favor of JuKeD, as they kicked off the beginning part of this game with a quick 2 rounds and just controlling the situation. Finally looks like they're gaining a little bit more confidence. Each one of them finally has a kill up on the board, like you mentioned, Pluto picking up his first kill of the game. It's taken quite a bit of time. Again, Spacely doing a great job. Carbon's not helping out his team, but overall, as you look at it, they've had a lot of good control. Saint picking up a kill there into Moonstruck.
Look at, they just ran through the middle part of this map, right through B. They didn't have control of top hall. They didn't have control of top L. 2 major points that allow huge lines of sight into the middle part of the map that were totally in opposition control, and they just got melted away as they tried to make their way towards that bomb site. And yet again, they're leaving Fears and now Pluto in a 2v3 situation. Bomb is down. It's probably been spotted as it's directly out in the open. So this is going to be a difficult pull to try and even out this S&D game.
So is this Search and Destroy, is it a best of 7? Is that the format that we're working on, or what is it?
Yes.
All right, so it's basically one more round to go here as we're back over here with Pluto. Pluto's going to get taken out, and that's going to do it. 4-2. They're in favor of JuKeD, and I believe that brings us to a 1-1 tie here in this series between JuKeD and FaZe. And I believe you mentioned before it's going to be whoever wins this matchup plays up against Obey. Is that correct?
Yes. That's exactly correct. And Obey doing really well against Below Zero. Below Zero and AM team kind of shocking me, doing exceptional on their Search and Destroy game.